Hello and welcome back to Slice and Dice. Oh, and I forgot to set my videos to upload today. What the heck? What am I thinking? Hope you're doing well out there. I'm doing, well, you know. I looked at the schedule and I looked at my recordings folder and I have 12 videos to record today. So, yeah, let's get to it, shall we? It was a lot easier when I was just doing one video per day. 76, let's run it. I've decided I'm probably gonna do some Shogun Showdown in place of Wild Frost. Wild Frost is like the more consistent series for viewership, but I'm gonna go fucking insane. So, yeah. That's my final thought on the matter. Okay. Clumsy Brigand Defender Mystic Initiate. This is a no way. Armor 2 is okay, but this team has no starting HP. So I think it can be a little scary. That being said, per boss small bonus is not playable. That's an auto lose, and monster HP per 1 per 4 is not my favorite. I'd rather play armor. I don't think you're supposed to random there because you can random into bad units, bad curses, bad future, bad life, and I don't want any of those. But I don't love this opener. I think it's quite scary. Yeah, I hope my voice doesn't just randomly give out again like I did the other day. That shit wasn't cool. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. This is the start of my recording. I'm starting with Slice and Dice because I want to. And I'm just doing whatever I want. Clumsy. Thank you. I feel like playing Slice and Dice, I play Slice and Dice. I'm gonna have to play a lot of other stuff today. Maybe I'll do some like stream highlights or something to fill in the void. I don't know. Spellblade over Clumsy. Yes, please. Don't mind if I do a little Spellblade over Clumsy. And I'm gonna go probably roll for defensives. I mean, you keep the 1 so that worst case Initiate doesn't die. Yeah. The rolls weren't very good, but that's okay. All you have to do is live turn 1 without any lasting consequences with this armor curse, and it's okay. So the way that you want to think about this is when I end turn there, I did 6 damage to the enemies. That's how you have to approach this curse, I feel like, mentally. What's going on here? It's a... I can just burst first, but I'm gonna go... Obviously I'm gonna burst first, but I'm gonna burst 1 rat and 1 on Mystic, I think. And then I will growth mana, and this fight is a rat. No, don't take that. That is the case, the random 4 or random 1. You can get stapled together items. It can give you Scoundrel Stash stapled to the tier 1 curse. And then the game is unplayable. Anchor for sure. Defensive capabilities, please. This Defender unit has been playing great. Sorry, Defender, I was about to talk shit, but then you showed up. Love to see that for us. I think rolling Initiate to 0 isn't necessarily my greatest move. You can whiff there and be unhappy. But that's okay. And in this position, I did 4 damage. It's only really bad if they stack damage on one character. Like if they just all target 1. This isn't too bad, all things considered. Imbue and aim for the boar. Maybe there's no way. Maybe I do this instead and kill a goblin. And then burst the boar, and then I can burst the boar again. Yeah, mostly, I think the bosses aren't going to be too bad off of this curse. I think this is a curse for hallway fights. Like this guy, Troll, what do I care if he gets +2? Also, Seer, extremely good. Front-loaded value. We go turn 1, just blast out 3 mana. And then store it, and it's not even a downside, it's an upside that I'm storing it. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, I didn't do any damage to him there because I ended up hitting into the armor, but that's okay. I have all the mana I need. just gonna play it like this because I'm pretty sure next turn is just guaranteed lethal. Yeah, indeed. I didn't do the math, but I had a feeling. Where in Flare, this is a no. I'm not willing to add another enemy to these fights, although just ignoring this blind could have been okay. Oh my god, Mega Growth to the middle side? Whoa. That's crazy. We have a lot of good scaling options now at the start. Maybe I could have taken that Slimer, actually. Just a thought. Maybe I was supposed to fight him. Flare wouldn't have been bad here. Doesn't really matter, we just end turn. This is like 9 damage for doing nothing. The game plays itself when you're like this. That's 5, I'm at effectively... Oh no, I'll count it up when I have it. This is definitely lethal. Yeah. Vampire Brute. I'm gonna go Vampire. Brigand is good. Brute is good as well. He's one of the best yellows. But Vampire is nice and stable, and Mystic is fucking disgusting. I mean, it's real bad. Now, getting through this Cyclops with the illusions is kind of scary. I won't lie. I would like to kill 1 or 2 of the illusions here. Or I can foretell. Yeah, the Exert to kill an illusion is good. Definitely want that. And I'm thinking... therefore I aming. No, I'm sorry. We're gonna just stop here and I'm gonna foretell. It's fine. 1 Petrify, 1 Weaken. 5 mana in the tank means I should be able to stun the Cyclops if it's dire. I should be letting you roll for Mega Growth every time. 1 mana is 1 mana. Mega Growth, cool. Kill an illusion. Probably kill an illusion. I want to press Foretell. I think I need to go burst out the Cyclops. Not my favorite outcome. Now, what if I go... Okay, whatever. I think this is actually a non-choice. My spellblade Mega grew, so I should just win from that. 2 mana. I'm just worried about rolling Petrify. Honestly, which is not a real thing to worry about. Alright, not too bad. I'm super excited about this Mega Grow. Learn the Void is terrible, and I think Syringe is pretty bad. This is cantrip if there are 2 or less living heroes. It's like a clutch or kick item, but you have to know who's going to be left alive. I go 2/2s here. Ballad Song M2, that's super good. Really, really good to have that in case of... Roulette. Had to really dig deep for that one, I don't know why. And I have the most growing Spellblade of all time here. Mega Growth and Normal Growth. Nice Mega Growth, good. Gray, orange. We're gonna hit into the Slimer. Just make the orange one flee. Seems viable. Wish I had Knight here for a little parry, don't you? I'm getting this value, I just don't need it. Wow. That looked unlikely. I'm not sure if that was actually unlikely, but that looked unlikely. Actually, how about I take lethal? That's a good idea. See what I mean? I get double Mega Grows and there's just no reason. I have lost a lot of respect for Cleric over the last few runs. This character is not good at defending. I'm gonna go Soldier. Absolutely fine pickup. I have the fucking slot machine payout here, 77777. Kind of scary. I feel like HP is the name of the game here. More HP is the way. I'd like to roll for a shield, actually. Yeah, Mega Growth and 3 damage is fine. I'm not hitting to his shield, though. We get a Foretell. I can probably rush Bell down here if it's bad. Oh, it's not bad. This Fnatic is low rolling like crazy. And I get a bunch of shielding. Soldier is actually the best pickup because he can flex. He can defend or he can attack. This is like value overload. +2 on my Spellblade, who almost just fucking cantripped and died. Didn't even see that. +2 on my Spellblade and quadruple foretell. The value is ridiculous. Someone asked me about Apple recently. They were like, why didn't you pick Apple? Isn't it good? And the answer is no, not really. That's all there is to it. There's like 2 characters that it's okay for. Doctor, it's okay. Prophet, it's okay. Fate, it's good. Surgeon, it's good. But I don't really like Surgeon anymore. So, it's like fine. But I'd rather go for something a little better than okay on 2 tier 3s. You know, there's more in the tier 4 range. Chakram, I think, is kind of mid. I'm gonna reroll. Sure, I don't hate hack. It's very nice to have this safety net in case we go an X out here. It happens. Sometimes we just roll bad. This is Death of an Imp, I think. Although I don't think I should be locking 2 damage cantrip ever. Because 2 shield is really good in this position as well. Soldier blocking is very good for me. Lets me press more foretells, and then all of a sudden... I should have aimed to save Spellblade a little more HP here. That's okay. Yeah, Knight versus Pilgrim. I feel like I see this specific pick in this spot a lot. Fight 10, Knight versus Pilgrim. Sure comes up a lot. It's a good pick. You know why it's a good pick? Because it has Knight in it. I don't give a fuck about that other guy. I don't feel right about rolling all of these. I'm gonna poison the grave. But 2 damage self-heal is completely worthless. I should not have locked this. I did 1 more damage to a grave? Cool. Why? Why did I not roll for mana there? Foretelling is so much better. Honestly, not very good of me. I could have locked in for hack there, but it's nothing crazy. That's everyone living. Fine by me. Yeah, I need to make sure that I'm adjusting how I play this fight, or these runs with armor. These fights with armor, I should say. Grave, huge scabbard. Pain and cantrip to all sides with 3 or more pips, +1 to all sides with exactly 10 pips. Okay, I'll play Shimmering Halo here, please. Shimmering Halo has been giving us some very good showings lately. Been having a lot of value out of it. I shouldn't lock 2 damage here either. I'm fucking tweaking, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I playing like this? I was gonna go for some sort of kill on a quartz here, but I think it's not very good. I think I'm supposed to just go like growth, 2 damage. I want to foretell. I can foretell, or I can break intangible, or I can kill 1 quartz. I think I will break intangible on the ghost. I think highest likelihood that someone dies here is ghost eliminates again. What do you know? It's true. The quartz aren't really that threatening until they're threatening. This is the only side he has that he can roll. And I almost re-rolled it. Ghost dies. This is fine. The only downside of Knight is he doesn't get save credit if he parries a attack to save. And remember a moment ago when I said quartz are only threatening when they're threatening? Here we are. They're threatening. Beautiful. Incredible. Incredible rolls. 2 X's. So fortunate there. Shout out to Learn Hack to make my life a lot easier, huh? Check out this one quick little life hack. Bag of holding. You want to just you want to give Baron a troll? Absolutely not. Venom with Mega Growth is pretty mid. But Venom in and of itself is decent. So I guess I'm gonna play it. But then who's Mega Growing? I guess Vampire can. This is actually fake. I don't think you should anchor Knight. I think you should anchor someone who's actually gonna get killed. Probably Seer. I guessed it who was gonna get eliminated. It went to Vampire. Can't always be right. 1 damage poison. I'm rolling for like a cleanse or something. Nice cleanse shield. 2 damage to break intangible. And then we may as well parry. Not a bad turn 1. Break 1 intangible. Get out of my curse. Not too bad. You get a little poison. I could roll for plague here as well, but 3 damage means if I kill this bones, I kill this bones as well. I can also parry off of it. Okay, I think from this position I should stabilize. Bit of a high roll there. Don't know if I should go for that. And by I don't know if I should go for that, I mean I don't know if I should have actually played like that. What are you dying to? Just a ghost? I think I burst then. I'm okay with this. I think there's a slightly better line here, but as long as I get 1 mana from Baron, which apparently I pressed Foretell and forgot. My fault. Didn't even remember that I pressed that Foretell. Anyway, I'm just gonna go like exert, and we're gonna hack out these ghosts. Not too bad of a fight. Add eliminate to the middle row. That's pretty good. Blindfold to, I mean, so the 2 tier 3s is terrible. I don't want this. Blindfold has a chance of going big, and this is actively harmful, so Blindfold it is. Blindfold gives my Seer some consistent 3 mana, but takes away his keywords here. It's kind of like, then you go Balisong, and maybe it's cool. And the anchor goes up to Soldier now. Sure. Triple Caw Egg with armor and double carrier is a very, very threatening fight. Need to make sure I give this a little bit of respect. If possible, I would like to stop this Caw from spawning. I high rolled. For sure I high rolled here. Not really a question. The fact that only 1 egg spawned in there is very good. Oh, and then I high rolled again and guessed the right egg that was going to hatch. Really just a perfect fight. I would suggest if you're gonna die in a fight, just do this instead. 1 simple trick. Predict every move. Nice and easy, right? Just guess right. And sometimes things have to go my way. You can't always low roll. Poet is God, and Captain sucks. Easy pickup. I think Poet is the best of the tier 3 graves. I like Keeper, but I think Poet is better. He has nice flexibility that Keeper doesn't really have. Because he has the AoE, and he has the single target shielding, and he has the cantrip shielding, and he has the mana. And sometimes you even get value out of this thing. Really just a fucking king amongst men. 4-3, 5-3-3. I'm gonna protect Seer. Because Vampire has self-heal built in, and Soldier is probably not as important. And again, I just have to remind you, the reason that things are going so well is because I'm better. I'm just better, I'm different. I know what's gonna happen, I've already played the run, I've seen the seed. It's already locked into my mind. I can predict every movement of my enemies. And that's why I'm gonna win this one. Where other people would fail. Goodbye, Cyclops. Just guess everything correctly. Not too bad. 2 reads is pretty decent for Venom. Metal Studs Poet is whatever. 2 reads is also really good for Vampire. I just don't know how good it is later. But it's okay on Venom, right? It's a +1 to the size that matter. So we can put this on Venom, or on Vampire now and Venom later, if we don't get a better play. I think so. 3 mana is 3 mana. It's another Foretell. And Foretell is very good. We get a big shield for someone. I'm rolling for shields all the way through here. And Soldier's going to 1, so he gets the prize. Could save 2 Petrify. I think it's worth it. No reason for Venom to take this Petrify. I think it's actually pretty bad. That's half of Venom's side's gone. But I am just winning through Foretells, so... you know. Basically whatever here. This is a long way away from just being lethal, though. Like, I'm gonna have... it's a lot of HP. I need 20... 26... I need 32 mana to just burst all of these enemies out. So I shouldn't act like it's just a foregone conclusion. The fight is over, you know? There's more to do. But these guys are also a non-threat. So, but it's just important to note that this is not lethal. Now it's lethal. Past turn here, it was 21. The alpha was dying. Could have killed the ogres. Doesn't matter. Now it's 26. It's guaranteed. No reason to leave yourself open to any interpretation, right? Warlock is very good with blindfold. And leader is not that interesting. Let's do a Warlock. I'm going to turn his Bloodlust Mana side into 2 damage cantrips, I think. I could also give him 2 reads, and then he has 5 and 3 mana. That's kind of good. Yeah, I want to put Balisong back over to Soldier for this fight. Having Balisong on is important here to me. There's like no damage coming out. I should roll purely offensive. Purely offensive. I can lock this 3 damage and then kill a corpse, but I'm supposed to roll. If I get an X, I get an X. That's just how it is. 2 + 3. Who do I want? I want to stop. I definitely want to stop the one that's hurting Soldier over the one that's hurting Poet, because Poet's going to be big anyway. It's an interesting question of should you settle there for Warlock? I'm not sure. Is my final answer. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to settle or not. 2 damage + 3 damage. It's a dead corpse. I think I'm going to settle after the last turn. And then you save yourself, and we pray you don't just cantrip yourself here. That would be very bad if it happens. All I need is Poet to win this 1 and 6, or this 5 and 6. Come on, Poet. Ooh, that's not great for me. That's quite bad. Nothing to be done for it, though. I did get 2 Mega Grows out of Vampire. Just checking if I have lethal. And I'm pretty close, but not quite there. Okay, well, I have to keep Venom alive, so I have to burst out of this, which is very unfortunate. That does not feel very good, but it's okay. The only way he's going to kill me is through cantrip death. No reason to cleanse here. I'm going to just lock this heal so Venom never dies, and I don't have a 1 for Basalt, do I? Okay, I would never die from this position unless he spawns 2 straight slates, I think, and then somehow kills all my units as well. If he magically spawns 2 slates and kills all of my units, then I think that Basalt wins. Otherwise, I think I have it. Oh, this is lethal. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Unfortunate about Poet, but nothing you can do about that. Oh. Replace the middle column with +4 mana single use. Yep. That's pretty good. And now we just go like that. 2 reads back over to Vampire. Anchor on Warlock. What do you think? Just a 4 mana middle column with Warlock? Yeah, I think so too. Seems good. Triple Fanatic is probably the scariest fight they can give me here. But as long as someone rolls me some mana, my Poet should be able to save everyone. I would just like to get the double save, right? If I'm going to try to save everyone, I should probably give him the double save. But I don't know if I can actually save everyone through this. An unfortunate sequence, to be sure. You could have done that, then why the fuck didn't you do that? I can save everyone. Shout out to my favorite spell, Clink, there, for that one. It pushes the intervals just enough that we can sneak away. No deaths. Which is interesting, because it felt like I should have also got there if I just bursted everything, but sure didn't. And then we go however you want. You know what? I'm not going to sweat this position too much. I'm just going to let this guy spawn his bones in. I have 3 men in the tank. There's 2 bones looking at me. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Exactly. Veteran Fate. Veteran's a very good holder of this setup. I think yes. He's a very good holder of this setup because he doesn't get fucked up by blindfold, and I don't care if he rolls down and misses, because his miss is a 3 shield, which is still a good outcome because the rest of the team is scaling. So it's a definite pickup here for Veteran. You kind of want to do 4 damage and just break down the zombie here. That's not supposed to happen, is it? No, it sure isn't. You sure aren't supposed to go triple cantrip mana gain Poet. That's one of those, like, the thing about Slice and Dice is that when you're playing this game, you probably see a lot of really uncommon things, but most of them don't matter, so you don't care. 1 in 216 out of Warlock? I wonder how often that actually happens. Probably fairly often. Spikestone is basically the worst item in the game, but today only, it's kind of good. If only I took that bag of holding earlier, huh? But I could do like... No, it's not very good. I don't have room. I could put it here, and I could go 7 mana and 6 damage. But this is a huge investment that I feel like is making me weaker overall because of taking blindfold off of my reusable mana. So I think while this is cool, it's not good. The combo, if you don't know it, is you can blindfold off the fumble. But I'm gonna random. Helm of Power is fine. It's a shame. If I have 1 more item slot, I'd take that for sure, but I don't have 2 copies of Blindfold, so this doesn't pan out for me. You just don't do it. Cantrip is pretty good here. Probably on Venom. Just try to knock out one of these Hydras real quick. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Hitting armor doesn't count as a hit to Hydra. You have to damage HP for it to count as a hit. Yeah, well, it doesn't even say hit. It says take damage 5 times. Wow. Well, that's pretty fortunate, huh? Inevitable, and they show me Witch Shaman. I passed on Fate, so the only bad outcome here is Forsaken. I want someone who makes mana consistently, so I'm down to random. Yeah. Forsaken is fine into Inevitable. Not my favorite outcome, but acceptable. You can put Growth on your mana side, who knows. It's okay. I'm willing to take that shot because I already have the Veteran guy, you know? Now, I could have gone blindfold setup here, but I want to diversify my mana characters. That's always going to be the answer to why not in a position like that. It's really good to diversify who's making mana for your team when you have one character who has a big spell like this. Also, we super high rolled here. Inevitable just whiffed his first attack. Big fan of that. The name of this fight is killing wisps, I think, more than anything else. I have poison and I win the long game versus Inevitable, so all I need to do is knock out all these wisps. Because they're going to be the source of actual scaling damage output in this fight. Inevitable's era is way too slow to put a real threat on me, I believe. 4 mana Bloodlust Pain. I'm gonna always roll down for for mana on Veteran. Mega Growth Forsaken is fine. Oh, he triple cantripped. About it. I have 18 mana. Oops. I kind of want to go for a bind here. Just immune a bunch of damage. That seems viable. And then we go like Blaze. Blaze, Burst, I think. So this will break through the intangible on Inevitable. Wait, this looks weird. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. How does this work out? Does he really take this too? This is... I trust Slice and Dice's preview implicitly. It's all... I don't know if I've ever seen it be wrong. This situation, I think it might be wrong. Nope. I should trust. They go at the same time. No reason not to trust. 1 mana for Warlock. If he just spam weakens me, I think I'll still win out. Because I have Veteran here, holding it down. I'm not too worried. Okay, Wisps are all dead. It's very, very tempting in this position to just send a Blaze into Inevitable every turn, but you have to remember that he's not the threat. That is my big piece of advice for you here. If you lose this run, or if you've ever been in this position and lost this run, it's because you thought Inevitable was the threat in this fight. He's not the enemy. The enemy is all of those Wisps. As soon as they're gone, this fight has no teeth. He has absolutely no way to beat me. But in my opinion, if Inevitable goes turn 1 bite, you just win the fight for free. Because he's effectively passing his turn. And that's super good for you, of course. Here's the stats page. 1 loss. Where was this? What happened to you? Oh yeah, that was like 100% out of my control. There's no like playing better into that. That's one of those cases where it's like, well, sometimes you're just going to take deaths, right? Sometimes in Slice and Dice you have to lose. Not lose, but you have to take a death. There's no counterplay to Basalt puts inflict death onto Poet. Poet rolls the cantrip side. The counterplay to it, well, there is counterplay, but the counterplay is obviously not real, right? It's like, don't pick Poet because what if he cantrip deaths into Basalt? That's absurd. That's like super stupid. And then it's pick an item to cover the left side. I mean, maybe, but anyway, it's not something to think about because it's like 1 out of 4 and then 1 out of 3 and then 1 out of 6 that it ever happens. It's pretty rare. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.